People, those who steal your ideas, they never have the result as if you're the one that pioneered it.
Right.
Because you're going to get result and the fruit of what God called you to and assigned you to.
Right.
When someone who copies you may not have the same
results.
The same results.
Even those that are competitive with you, they're competitive because they want the same results.
Yeah.
They want to be successful like you are, but when you're competitive, you don't come out with the same results.
Right. Like our business, right? Our entrepreneurship.
Yes.
When people come to us, they see the authenticity.
Yes.
Of what it is that we do.
That's right.
They can tell by all the other business owners
yes.
and entrepreneurs
yes.
that they all look alike.
They all look alike
with their products.
Right.
But when they see our products and everything like that, oh, this is different. This is fresh.
Right.
This is, oh, wow, elegance. This and that, this and that, this and that.
The display is
the
beautiful.
displays are beautiful, and this and that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
But when they see other people, they see knockoffs, they see
right.
this, they see junk, they see messiness.
Messiness.
There's no order.
They see clutter.
They see clutter
yeah.
and things of that sort. You see, so when if you're gonna be a person that is called to do something, make sure you stay original and
That's
authentic.
Right. That's right.
Because if not, if you look like everybody else, that means either you are envious of what somebody else have,
right,
and you competitive of what
That's
somebody
right.
else
That's
does.
Right. You want to be authentic. You want to stick out.
Yeah.
You want to look different. You want to be different. You don't want to do what everybody is doing.
Come on.
You don't want to sell what everybody is selling. You want to do something different.
Yeah, you don't want to sell out.
Right.
You don't want to be a sellout.
That's right.
So if you're a person that's going to be a person of integrity and character,
yes,
and all that you do, make sure that your name highlights what is it that you do.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
So with this said, you know, these are some phenomenal principles, and I pray, we pray that you're receiving this
yes.
Tonight, because you want to be careful of the people who come into your circle.
That's right.
The best way to know that is through human relations.
That's it right there, human relations.
Observation is very important.
That's right.
When it comes to relationship. Never
yes.
go headstrong in a relationship. Observation.
Very
observe.
Much.
Discern.
Yes.
Just keep watchful.
Watchful. That's right.
And get to know people over time.
Mm-hmm. It's overnight, over time.
Not overnight, over time.
It's a process.
Right. And never be so happy because someone looks like they sound like they have the same interest you have,
right,
and the best interest, but you don't know their character behind what they do.
That's right. Don't get so happy to where you miss them being jealous of you, or you miss them being competitive against you,
right,
or you miss them being bitter towards you,
right,
but having on the outside like they're friendly,
right,
but on the inside they're bitter.
Right. So when you look at people, look for quality, not quantity.
That's good.
I'm going to say that again.
Say that again.
When it comes to people, look for quality. Look for value.
Mm-hmm.
Look for quality. Look for character. Look for integrity.
Yes.
Look for quality in people.
That's right.
Not quantity. Don't be focused on what people have.
That's right.
The material things.
That's
they have
right.
a lot of things. They're doing a lot of things in the community, doing a lot of things in the church, doing a lot of things in ministry. Don't be so focused on that, because that can seduce you into a place that God has not assigned you.
It also can produce you to be competitive, because now you want to get what they got, or you want to try to get something more, or you want to try to get something better.
Which produces this, which will produce you into making deals and signing contracts.
That's right.
And getting with the wrong people.
Yep.
Just so you can have the quantity of things.
Yes. Instead of the quality.
Instead of, and which causes you to have less quality.
Less quality.
So now when everybody sees you and know you, they're going to know, how did you get what you got?
Right.
You got it too fast. You got it too quick.
That's right.
But they don't know that you made some terrible bad deals that only God knows, that they will never know.
Right.
Now you have a bad name because of the undercover things that you did to get what you got.
Come on.
Because you want what somebody else have, or you want it bigger.
Right.
You want a bigger house because you see somebody else have a house, and then you feel you entitled to having a house because you walk with God all these years.
Right.
You feel entitled to have a mansion. So
a mansion and 2 cars.
Mansion and 2 cars. You feel you entitled. And let me say this, because this is not good quality. This is not a good quality of a person.
Right.
Never, as a person, feel because you are so spiritual that you feel entitled to materialistic things. In other words, never equate your material things with you being spiritual.
Right.
And being a child of the King.
That's right.
Because there are sinners that have more than you.
Come on. Come on.
That's because it wasn't what they knew, it's who they knew.
Who they knew. That's right.
And some of them have poor character.
A lot.
And others have good character.
That's right.
See?
That's right.
And because of their character, they walked through more doors. Where you walk through less doors because of the character of who you are.
Right. That's why it's so
nobody want to be associated with you.
That's why it's good to have good character attached to your name.
Exactly.
Good character has to be attached to your name.
Yeah, and all that you do.
Yes.
And this is very, very, very important. So the Bible says life does not consist of the abundance of things which man possess.
That's right. That's the word. That's
all right. Life does not consist of the abundance of things that man possess.
Right.
All right. So never, because you have a lot of things, feel like because you got faith, a lot of faith and great faith, you feel that you have these things because of your faith and your spirituality, which is not so.
And look down on people because of
with contempt. Right.
Don't do that.
Right. So let's go through qualities of leadership, and then we're going to go through a close. All right. So qualities of leadership, and then we're done. Because as a leader, sometimes leadership has to be redefined.
Okay.
Leadership has to be redefined, and then when you have people that come into your circle, you would kind of check for the quality of people and their value of who they are, what they value, their morale, their ideals.
Yes.
Not ideas.
Yes.
Their ideals, because their ideals should line up with God's ideals. All right?
That's right.
And so let's go through a couple of qualities of leadership, and what a leader should have, or a person that is an entrepreneur, business owner, what you should have. So if you're an apostle, pastor, leader, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're very ambitious and you have things going on, these are what the quality of what a leader should have.
Should have, yes.
Most of all, they should have number one.
Number one is passion.
You must have passion.
Passion.
As a person that is on the forefront. You must have passion.
Passion. And passion is a person having strong feeling of enthusiasm or excitement for something, like for souls, prayer, God, truth, spouse, the will of God.
Yeah.
Integrity.
Integrity, right?
Ethics.
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 Ethics is a very big word. Let's tell you why. See, a person of protocol without ethics is dangerous. You need a person that can walk in both realms. You need to have both. It's imbalance to have one without the other.
Right.
So you want to be a person that have ethics and a person of principle. Because what protocols govern is rules of institutions, whether it's church, business, education, protocol. There are protocols in those realms,
right,
and rules that you follow,
right. That's right.
Ethics, on the other hand, it governs you and your behavior.
Ain't that something?
While protocol is governed by rules, ethics governs your behavior.
Governs you.
So do you in those spheres, do you have good ethics enough not to break protocol?
Right.
In those.
That's right.
Because there's always rules of engagement.
That's right.
In different spheres.
That's right.
You got to know the rules before you even engage.
Come on.
And can your ethics, can your behavior not violate those protocols?
Right.
So you must be a person of morale,
that's
ethics,
right.
quality,
et cetera, et cetera.
That's so right. You must have passion.
Gotta have passion.
Passion is good because passion is your fuel and your drive.
Yes.
For doing greater things.
That's right.
All right. Let's go to the next.
Okay, the next one is honesty.
You got to be an honest person.
Honesty.
They say honesty is the best policy.
But
let's go to honesty. What does honesty?
Honesty is to be fair and upright. Truthful in what you say and do, not hiding anything.
You got to be transparent before people.
So you got to be truthful in what you do and what you say.
Right.
Not just what you do and not what you say, or what you say and not what you do, but you have to be truthful in what you do and what you say.
Right.
Not hiding anything.
Right, because people go by what you do, not necessarily by what you say. That's right. Some people.
Right.
Some people go by what you say and what you do.
Right.
And then there's a third person that's focused on more what you say.
Right.
See?
So that's why you got to be people. And with those three types of people, this is why you got to be truthful in what you do and say.
That's right. You must be a man or woman of your word.
That's right.
I call it Hollywood talk. Hollywood talk is when you say, I'm going to call you, and you don't even have a number.
How you going to call?
Or I'm going to call you, and you never get the call.
And you never call.
I can see if you late on a call and maybe you forget to call one night, right, or something happened, you could not call that night.
So you call
the next night.
Right.
See? But when you don't not call at all.
Never call at all. Then when you see each other again, and you say it again, I'm going to call you.
Yeah. Or I'm going to invite you to preach and you never get the call.
My God.
Huh?
Here's one. We're going to go out to lunch.
Oh, that's the famous one. Oh, let's go to lunch.
Let's go out to eat.
No, that is
let's chat it up.
Let's chat it up. Those are like so false narrative conversations.
You said it, Hollywood talk.
Hollywood talk.
Because that's how Hollywood talk.
Their heart doesn't line up with their mouth.
Nope.
Is what it is.
They are not truthful in their words or what they doing.
And so you can't trust people like that.
That's right.
Because they do that with you. They're not dependable. And not reliable.
They're not reliable.
We're going to get into that a little later. Go ahead.
Okay, the third one is self-awareness.
Self-awareness. Listen, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, and as a pastor, as a leader in the Christian faith,
yes,
do you have awareness?
And self-awareness is a person being conscious and having knowledge of one's own character, feelings, motive, and desires. They also know their own strength and weaknesses.
Right. So now, as a leader, this is from, we may be talking from the book, Effective Principles for Leadership. You can get this book on Amazon.com. Just type in Effective Principles for Leadership, Redefining the True Quality of a Leader. Is the book that I wrote a year and a half ago, and it's still valuable today.
Very valuable.
All right? So this particular quality, and it's the quality of what?
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness. Are you aware of your own strength and weaknesses?
That's right.
Are you aware of your own limitations?
Are you conscious?
Are you conscious of the fact that maybe you're not ready in certain areas yet?
That's right.
Do you lack faith? Do you walk in doubt? Let alone do you walk in fear? Case in point, this is very important.
Yes.
What has God ordained for you to do that you have a fear of not being received? That
you got to be conscious of that.
Are you conscious enough that you have a certain level of fear?
Right.
they keep you from being successful in a certain area.
Right.
You can have fear of people.
Yes.
Because you suffer from rejection.
That's right.
Abandonment issues.
Yes.
Do you have self-awareness as a leader to know that there's a conflict within you that need to be resolved?
That's right.
Because it's amazing how we can be aware of other people's weaknesses and strengths,
but not aware of your own.
But not aware of our own. See, to the point we need somebody to come into our lives
and tell us,
and speak to the strengths.
My God,
highlight the strengths. See, because we may not feel that we're capable of doing certain things. So somebody got to pour into you to let you know you can do it.
Right.
Then you got to, the new term, life coach. You need somebody to coach you and let you know that you can do it.
Right. But see, if you have self-awareness and your conscience, you'll already know, okay, I got to get this together.
I got to get this together. Another case in point, if you don't have any typing skills, don't try to be a typer.
Right. Right.
And you ain't got no typing skills.
And you
right?
still using one finger.
Right. So you take a class.
That's right.
So you can be more effective.
That's right. That's
because you limit in that area.
Right.
This is the biggest one.
Uh-oh.
Singing.
Woo!
Do you have self-awareness to know
My God.
that you may not be the world's greatest singer?
Right.
Do you have awareness to know that you're tone deaf? Do you have awareness?
Awareness that what you sing and how you sound may be only for you and God.
And the shower.
That's
it. Not for a studio or anything like that. Because you have people that try to lead praise and worship, and they're out there, and the organist can't get the notes right because you got this one on this note, this one on that note, but the note is off because somebody's tone deaf.
I say because you said it, tone deaf. You tone deaf. You're not hitting the notes.
Now let's help them. Sometimes you cannot sing other people's songs in praise and worship. Listen.
That don't always work. That don't always work. Because if you got a cold, for example, if you got a cold and you're singing someone else's song and they hitting a high note and you got a cold, you're not hitting that high note.
You're not going to hit that high note.
You're going to be off. The key is going to be off. You may go down instead of going up. You may be hoarse. The note is going to come out all messed up.
Yeah. The song, let the glory of the Lord rise among us. Yeah. Right? So don't try to sing it like William Murphy. And you not William Murphy.
You not William Murphy. See? Don't try it. Just leave it for him to do.
Don't try to sing like Donnie and
please don't do that.
You can't hit his notes. His notes is his note.
Is his note. Alto
right.
Notes.
So in other words, what we're saying, know your limitations.
Know your limitations.
Don't if you want to learn how to sing, you take a class.
Take voice lessons.
Take voice lessons to kind of help you in certain areas. So know your strengths, know your weaknesses, know what you are aware. Have a self-awareness of what you can and what you cannot do. Right. And some people will be like, well, I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Okay. And you will make a shipwreck of things. I know the boldness and the passion is there to do it.
Right.
But you need that area perfected.
Right.
So that you can be effective and so other people can respond to you.
Right. Get trained in that area.
Right. So you want a good response. You don't want people talking bad about you or anything like that. So it's good to get the training and everything like that. Yes. Let's go to the next one.
Okay, the next one it's a good one.
Okay.
Humility.
Oh man, that's a hard one. Woo.
Humility is having a modest or low view of your own importance and humbleness.
Wow.
So the question is, are you meek?
Are you meek? Meek and humility go together, right? Are you humble enough to say I'm wrong?
Right.
Are you humbled enough to say I made a mistake?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you too arrogant in the eyes of the people that when you make a mistake, you cover it up and then want to make other people wrong when you were wrong the whole time.
My God.
All right. That's a deep one right there.
Are you humble to say thank you and not be arrogant and say, oh, I know?
That's a good one. Yeah, yeah. Or when it comes to an offense, are you humbled enough
to say, I'm sorry?
I'm sorry. It was my fault. Or are you one that always make other people victims of your?
Or you play the victim.
Yeah, you play the victim.
You play the victim.
And so in playing the victim, you make victims due to offense, and people get church hurt because of you. Because your pride and arrogance to say, I'm sorry.
Right.
You know how people try to project?
Yes.
You have people that project that it was you the problem. Don't try to come over here with that. You this, you that. But they never took responsibility.
Right. They never take responsibility. They're never wrong. They always right.
They never took responsibility of how the offense started.
They're not humble enough to know that they're wrong.
Right. Let's go
to
the next
apologize.
One. Yeah.
Okay, the next one, we was just talking. Accountability.
Accountability
is when you understand your obligation and have a willingness to accept the responsibility and account of one's action.
Are you accountable? See, that goes back to self-awareness.
Yeah.
Are you accountable of holding yourself accountable?
Right.
Before you hold other people accountable, are you accountable enough to realize that and take full responsibility that perhaps it was my fault as to why I made that decision? Right. Like for instance, this is a big one now.
Okay.
A lot of people like to blame the devil.
Oh boy.
For the decisions that they made when it
yourself first.
Right. So let's go to
okay. So one. The next one is ready for that one?
I'm ready.
Confidence.
Are you confident? See, there's sometimes people that there are people that look to me and think I'm arrogant.
Not realizing.
No, arrogant and confident
is two different things.
Like I'm confident in God's word. I'm confident in God as to what he assigned me and the abilities he gave me
to do it.
To do and enable to do what it is because he said so.
Right. The arrogant is when you have that attitude of I know I can. I know I will.
Yeah. And that's dangerous.
That's dangerous.
That's dangerous. Confidence. So are you totally, is your confidence even in God?
Right.
Do you trust in the Lord with all thy heart? Lean not to your own understanding. This is very important. Be a person that is never afraid to say, I don't know.
Or afraid to ask a question.
And afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
Always become a student.
Be teachable.
And be teachable and ask questions. So let me go through these right here. The next one is ethics. Ethics are moral principles that govern the person's behavior, conduct, and activity. All right. Not having this virtue as a leader means that there are no standards, moral convictions, principles in your life. So you need these in your life.
Yes.
All right. The Bible is a leader's ethical guideline to having biblical sense of morality, conduct, but without the desire to obey God and his word, any activity can seem righteous in your own eyes. And the Bible said there's a way to seem righteous unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Yes.
Integrity is the next one. Yes. It's the quality of being honest and a person having strong moral principles and upright. Do you have that?
My God.
Dependability.
Yes.
Dependability is when a person who is consistent, they're consistent in their performance.
Yes.
So if you always performing and getting results,
Mm-hmm.
a person is that's a person that you can depend upon.
You can depend upon
because
them.
they keep at it. They don't stop.
They don't stop. They don't stop. They're reliable people.
Yeah, they're dependent because their behavior is constant. It's consistent.
Right.
They don't change.
No, if you ask them to be at a certain place at a certain time, they're there.
Yeah, dependable person.
They're dependable.
Right, they're dependable,
Mm-hmm.
and you can trust a dependable person.
Right.
To know that they won't change on you.
That's right.
When you are having good days and bad days.
Yes.
All right. Dependable is a person who's consistent in performance or behavior, having steadiness and trustworthiness.
Yes.
Reliability. Reliability is the quality of being trustworthy or performing consistently well.
Mm.
You need people like that on your team.
Definitely, you need those kind of people.
Who are reliable and dependable.
And dependable.
Yeah. The other thing is trust. Trust is a very good quality.
Yes.
Is an assured reliance on the character, abilities,
Mm-hmm.
strengths, or the truth of someone or something. Firm belief in reliability,
Mm-hmm.
truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. That's trust. Then you got to be a person of vision and strength. Vision is thinking about planning the future with imagination and wisdom.
Yes.
A person of vision is a visionary.
That's right.
They are a person with authentic and original ideas
Mm-hmm.
about what the future will hold or could be like.
Visionaries, they see things ahead of time.
Right. They're three-dimensional.
They see it ahead of time. They see it in the future.
And the results.
And the results of it, and they manifest it.
Come on.
They bring it to manifestation.
They bring it to manifestation. They execute it.
Yes.
They execute it for the manifestation of what would be.
Right.
What they saw.
What they saw.
That's like a seer.
Exactly.
Strength, the state or quality of being physically and more mentally strong. A lot of people are not like that.
No, they can be physically strong, but they may not be mentally strong.
It takes a process. We're talking about process of elimination, right?
Process of elimination.
Everybody goes through a process. When you go through a process and you hit certain pivotal points in your life where it breaks you.
Right.
But you stay steady.
Right.
You become mentally strong even the more after it. That's how people become mentally strong.